Hey, in this video, I'm going to talk about karma. Now, karma is any action of thought, word, or deed. And karma is said to have consequence, meaning every thought, every word, every deed is going to have a reaction. Everything is energy, and we can co-create with energy to manifest. So that is the essence of karma. Now, karma has a very important role for our evolution. And as Reiki masters, we start to drive our own karma. We start to awaken in the present moment and live, act, speak, and even think to create the effects we desire for our life. So we empower ourselves by living now the causes to create the effects we desire for our life. Now, when I say karma has an important role for our evolution, I mean that some of the things that we may consider bad karma perhaps were a motivating factor for us to change, to shift our perspective. Perhaps that bad job or the bad relationship that didn't go well, or the bad interview, all of those things maybe were opportunities for us to observe ourselves and get a different perspective on how we were co-creating with the energy and how it manifested. Now, the soul and the spirit, according to many philosophies, is existing in infinite possibility, meaning that there were perhaps previous incarnations, other dimensional incarnations, future incarnations. So, according to the law of karma, perhaps experiences from past incarnations or alternative reality incarnations, we may be experiencing residues of those energies in our present moment. So maybe something that happened in a alternative existence is affecting your present reality, state of consciousness, and how you relate to the world around you. Also, past experiences in childhood could affect how you perceive the world and how you relate to your present experiences. Now, as Reiki masters, we want to resolve all of our karma and resolve it back to source, back to infinite love, peace, joy. So as masters, we are inspired to show up to the moment no matter what, and hold our ground and hold our peace and hold wisdom, strength, and love. Hold source, hold the light. Now that's where things get tricky. Peace and love, joy, these experiences are easy when we're experiencing them. It's just hard to hold on to that essence, especially when things become challenging and especially when we are being asked to change. So driving our own karma is about showing up and holding strong to love, light, peace, integrity, our values. Not letting the environment and what's happening in the environment affect the integrity of our values. We do not want to compensate our integrity. That is being a master and an influential force in your own karma. So if something bad happens, we as Reiki masters do our best to observe and act, speak, and think with integrity, doing our best to cause the least amount of harm. That is how we become free of the karmic wheel. Now, karmic patterns create imprints, and the chakra system is known to be the storehouse of our karmas. So perhaps in the root chakra, you're holding karmas with ancestors within the DNA of the bloodline of the body that you're in. It could be karma with parents, finances, home. So as Reiki masters, we are willing to show up to our karma and do what we can to resolve it back to goodness, back to state of peace, back to love, no matter what. Eventually and inevitably, with that attitude is everything, we can resolve karma. Let's give a couple of examples. Let's use the example of codependency in relationships. If we consistently are experiencing codependency in relationships, it is probable that we are not valuing ourselves enough to be able to love ourselves. Becoming a Reiki master means that you are willing to love yourself enough to stop the cycles of karma, to stop worrying, to stop co-creating in suffering, to stop the thinking processes of self-doubt, to stop being emotionally triggered into outbursts and reactions. Taking the time to pause and really come into the state of consciousness as an observer, and then being guided by the integrity of your heart to be able to respond to the external stimulus in your environment. Now, techniques to support driving your own karma would be to practice shifting perspective with affirmations, positive thinking, opening up your actions to be of service without expecting fruits of your action or your service, meaning you just give because of the joy you receive from doing everything you can to uplift lives of others. Those kinds of things will help generate good karma. Having compassion for others will generate good karma. Really being able to look, listen, and feel within yourself, and then offer that same consideration to others you are in relationship with. Don't let the law of karma feel like a drag. Meaning, don't let yourself feel enslaved by the law of karma. Let it inspire you to really wake up and completely presence yourself in your life so that you begin to drive your own karma and generate your own karma. So if there are things that make you feel stuck or that trigger you, observe it and then explore it. Do some of that deep healing, use the life tools, use the Reiki symbols, do self Reiki healing treatments, request assistance and channeling with higher guides for support. Call in the support of helpers and angels and beings of higher consciousness, higher vibrations to help release any of these karmic patterns that aren't serving you. And trust that the contrast of karma has a very important role for our evolution, for our destined freedom and oneness. So karma does have a purpose, and that purpose is growth, releasing resistance to change, inspiration to become more conscious and clean or pure, inspiration to put effort into benefiting lives of others and the planet and all existing. Karma is certain, but we get to evolve out of being trapped in the wheel of karma. So it's a perception. Let it excite you and empower you to be a master and to drive your own karma to uplift your life and the lives of others. See you in the next video.